May Day's Talk edition. And on this website, as you can see clearly, is talking about the history, significance, theme of May Day, and everything you need to know. So this is a particular site which will talk about May Day. As you can see that we are going through different sites. So in this particular site, you can see that Labor Day or International Workers' Day is observed each year on the first day of May to celebrate the achievement of the working class. So it's called May Day, as I said earlier, and is observed as a public holiday in many countries. Countries like India, they celebrate it as Antarashtriya Shramik Divas, that is International Labor Day. And you can see that in different countries there are different names it is called. You can see that clearly written on the screen. Let me just pick two. In North India, you can see it has lost its significance as a holiday. In India, you can see Kamgadin, right? Then let me pick the one of Marathi. In Marathi is Kamga Divas, and different names like that. So it first took place on May 1st, 1890, after its first proclamation by the first International Congress of Socialist Parties in Europe. That was in 1889 on the 14th of July in Paris, France, to celebrate May 1 every year as the Workers' Day of International Unity and Solidarity. So going further, you see why they chose that date. It was chosen first due to events on the other side of the Atlantic. In the year 1884, American Federation of Organized Trades and Labor Unions demanded an 8-hour work day to come into effect. That was as of May 1st, 1886. Then the A Market riots, that happened in Chicago, USA, 1886. That was the real event that really led to the proclamation of the 8-hour, the sanctioning of the 8-hour work day, and how May 1st actually came to be to commemorate the Workers' Day, to commemorate the event, the A Market event that happened on that day, A Market Massacre event. So let's move on to another website. So continue on the May Day talk. We want to look at the historical perspective and the significance of May Day itself. What is the significance? We've looked at a particular website. Let's look at it from the Wikipedia point of view. On Wikipedia, we have that International Workers' Day, also known as Labor Day in most countries and often referred to as May Day, is a celebration of laborers and the working classes that is promoted by the International Labor Movement, and it occurs every year. So you can see on May 1st it occurs. You see a picture here talking about International Workers' Day and all the like. So you can see official name it is being given. Same thing I said, the date, the next time it will be celebrated next year and all that. The historical perspective is similar to what we saw on the other side. It was chosen in 1889 for political reasons by the Marxist International Socialist Congress. They met in Paris and they established the Second International as the successor to the earlier International Working Men's Association. So they adopted a resolution for a great international demonstration in quotes in support of working class demands for the 8-hour day. So you could see the series of events that happened which led to the formation of the International Workers' Day, Labor Day. A market affair is very, very key. You can see in the other side we checked too, it was a key event that brought about 4th May 1886. You can see origin, you can see the brief origin here. Can you see it? You can read it too. On 21 April 1856, you can see everything that happened there. So this is the origin of the May Day. You can see everything here. Then we have Soviet Union and Eastern Bloc under socialist government. You can see everything that happened here. By countries, here you can see that different countries actually celebrate May Day. Africa, we have countries like Algeria, Angola, Egypt, Ethiopia, Ghana, Kenya, Libya, Mauritius, Morocco, Mozambique, Namibia, Nigeria, Somalia, South Africa, Tanzania, Tunisia, Uganda, Zimbabwe. In the Americas, we have countries like Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Canada, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, El Salvador, Guatemala, Haiti, Honduras, Mexico, Panama, Paraguay, Peru, United States. So you can see, so this also gives a similar view to what we've seen the other time about the May Day celebration. Let's move to another website to see what they will tell us about it, if we will see something slightly different. Moving ahead on the May Day's talk, we've looked at two websites to see its view on the May Day. So now we want to look at Britannica.com website, still talking on the May Day. In this website is talking about May Day, also called Workers' Day or International Workers' Day. It talks about the historic struggles and gains made by workers and the labor movements made first in many countries. You can see here US and Canada is a similar observance known as Labor Day. It occurs on first Monday of September, right? You can see in US and Canada. Quick facts similar to what we've seen: 1889 A market riot. So I don't really want to emphasize on that part. Since we've seen it, you can see Soviet Union. Am I seeing anything new here? Well, maybe something kind of news. In Germany, Labor Day became an official holiday in 1933 after the rise of the Nazi Party. That was in Germany. So they abolished free unions the day after establishing the holiday, virtually destroying the German labor movement. So breakup of Soviet Union after the fall of communist government in Eastern Europe in the late 20th century. In the late 20th century, large-scale May Day celebrations in that region declined in importance, but in dozens of countries around the world, May Day has been recognized as a public holiday, and it continues to be celebrated with picnics and parties, while serving as the occasion for the demonstrations and rallies in support of workers. Quite similar to what we've seen. Hope you've gained from that. So let's move to another site. We have two more websites to look at, then we just bring the final conclusion on this. Continuing on the May Day talk, here we are looking at a website called weforum.org. weforum.org, as you can see on your screen here. So here is a very pretty much interesting article that will still talk about the historical perspective and significance that May Day has in recent time. So there is this article here: have you fulfilled the promise of International Workers' Day? You can see here it talks about Workers' Day will be observed on Saturday, 1st May, which has been observed. Some countries have managed to significantly strengthen workers' rights since its observance began in the 19th century. Here it states that much remains to be done to improve conditions for the global workforce. So you can see here that Joe Biden, the current US president, he unveiled a plan to promote workers organizing. It's a notable effort where union membership tumbled to 10.8% of the workforce by 2020 from 20.1% as recently as 1983. So it's a good move. You can see that not just in USA, which long ago slaughtered its Labor Day in September. We saw that in Britannica website that other time, that in September, and USA and Canada, they celebrate their Labor Day in September and sought during the Cold War to rebrand May Day. They deemed to have communist overthrows as Law Day. So the White House Union initiative, designed to foster a more inclusive middle class, marks a move in the direction of strengthening workers' rights. So you could see how it originated, similar to what we saw the other time. I don't really want to emphasize on this. Sweden, parents can now share 480 days of paid parental leave, while in Austria, at least 1 out of every 25 jobs must be filled by disabled workers. And Germany plans to increase its national minimum wage to 10.45 euros, that's 12.65 US dollars per hour by next year. In Denmark, employers aren't legally allowed to prevent employees from joining a union. So this tells us that there are some employers that don't want their employees to join the labor union. Those people that fight for the cause of workers, they don't want their employee to join them. So conclusively here, I'll just say this: the ratio of workers in Europe who are union members tends to be higher in Scandinavia countries and lower in Central and Eastern states, where unions may have been mostly used for political purposes before the fall of the Berlin Wall, an era when first made celebrations were often compulsory. So you can see there are some questions about traditional union models here and if they make sense and all the like. So you can just read through on the screen. China has a long hours culture which has spread from factory workers to white collar employees and all that. So this also examines critically the staggering economy of the informal sector. COVID-19, how it has affected so many job opportunities and all that. You can see it post pandemic. What are experts say that will help the workforce recover? The report and all. So this is quite comprehensive enough, and just look through your screen and I'm sure you would gain 1 or 2 things there. Thank you. Conclusively on this website, let's round up on what we've been saying on the May Day talk. We've looked at 4 great websites and we've been able to see some new perspective on the May Day. So on this website, briefly as we round up, twink.com, you can see twink.com, Workers Day in Nigeria. This one is looking at it from the Nigeria perspective. Workers Day celebrated on May 1st as a public holiday in Nigeria. It is part of International Workers Day, which is celebrated across the world, also known as Labor Day. You can see what this occasion is meant for: to commemorate and thank workers and laborers across the world for all the hard work they do. Similar to what we've said, traditionally the president of the Nigeria Labour Congress addresses people and workers on Workers Day. This was not specifically stated in the other side, because those other ones we looked at, they were more generic in their approach. Workers Day was first recognized as a public holiday in Nigeria in 1980 by the People Redemption Party of Kano State. It officially became a national holiday on May 1st, 1981, and has been celebrated on this date ever since. It is celebrated in 80 different countries across the world. So this historical perspective is quite similar to what we've seen, a market riot and all that in 1886. So it's quite similar. In Nigeria, the workers are honored on Workers Day by the All Progressive Congress. That's the current ruling party in Nigeria. Its spokesperson has stated that we should celebrate Nigeria workers for staying positive and being a partner in nation building, as well as contributing towards efforts to take the country to its desired height. In quotes. This year, May Day will particularly commemorate the efforts of Nigeria workers throughout the COVID-19 crisis, where their importance in the smooth running of healthcare and other infrastructure has been highlighted. Alright, so this is cool. Just check it through. Very cool. So I hope you've learned great things about May Day, what it's talking about, and with what we've said here, I believe you've catch up some bit of information on May Day. So as you watch this, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and anywhere you are seeing it on whatsoever social platform, don't forget to like. I want to see your reaction. Drop your comment in the comment box. Let me hear what you feel about this. Thank you very much. I really appreciate. Thank you. You guys are the real MVPs. SeyiSpeak. Peace out. We move. God bless you.